Okay, please don't write down everything on this page because it belongs to a previous video. But if you look at the bottom, we've written down the quadratic formula, and actually the rest of the page works on deriving this quadratic formula. So you do need to write this in your notes, and you do need to memorize that faced with any quadratic equation, the solutions can be found at x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2 times a. The quadratic formula exists and can be used as a shortcut to solving quadratic equations. So let's try one. Let's solve 2x squared minus 7x plus 9 equals y for y equals 3. Well, starting out is simple enough. 2x squared minus 7x plus 9 equals 3. Now, when I go to solve quadratic equations, I need them to be equal to 0. So the first thing I'm going to need to do here is subtract 3 from both sides to make sure that the equation equals 0. So 2x squared minus 7x plus 6 equals 0. Now let's think about that standard form of a quadratic, ax squared plus bx plus c. In this case, a is 2, b is negative 7, and c is 6. So my formula says x equals negative b, in this case the opposite of negative 7, so 7 plus or minus the square root of b squared, that's my negative 7 again, minus 4 times a, that's my 2, times c, that's my 6, all divided by 2 times a. Now, there's a 2 and a 4 in here that don't come from coefficients in your particular equation. Everything else you do pull from whatever equation you have, and if you don't see a letter, you need to put a 0 in for it in order for the problem to work out properly. So, x equals 7 plus or minus the square root of, 7 squared is 49, hang on to that number, 4 times 2 is 8, and 6 times 8 is 48. So 49 minus 48 is 1, and that's what's under my radical now, all divided by 4. Coming over to the side, x must equal 7 plus 1 divided by 4, or x could equal 7 minus 1 divided by 4, because remember, I need to consider both signs in front of the radical, and I can't do it at the same time. So 7 plus 1 is 8, divided by 4 is 2, and 7 minus 1 is 6, divided by 4 is just 6/4. So, when we solve a quadratic equation using a formula, we still get two answers just by placing our coefficients in the right spots in this formula and then simplifying.